We all know that trailing drawdown works against the trader, but how does it affect a profitable trader? For me, it's always made me feel like I'm a worse trader than I actually am. No matter how much profit I had, one losing trade meant I was that much closer to failing the account. Whether you like it or not, that constant pressure changes how you trade. You're more likely to get carried away by emotions when you have trailing drawdown looming over you. So I wanted to find out, if I had a profitable system, how often would I actually pass an evaluation, and how often would I get a payout? So in this video, I'll share my discovery, and then we'll go over my accounts and my new approach to trailing drawdown. So getting right into it, I like to hold my winners. So when I chose profitable stats, I went with a 42% win rate and a 2 RR. This is where I think I would be at if I were to trade at my best. That means no emotions or desires to make money in the way. So I asked my good friend ChatGPT, with that win rate and RR in mind, to run a simulation of taking one trade a day, then to make me a table of pass rates depending on risk per trade. I also asked it to keep in mind the trailing drawdown and the profit target to pass. I made sure to state that the end of day drawdown stops trailing at initial balance. And so here's what it gave me. I just included a second target of 4,000 just to simulate once you're in the funded stage, aiming for a payout, but also building a buffer. In comparison, here's the static drawdown table. Keep in mind, this is without the emotional variance from trailing being much more stressful than static. What we can observe is, even just purely statistically, if I were to trade with a 42% win rate and a 2 RR, I would still be failing between 40 and 50% of the time, even if I were to only risk $300 to $500 a trade. If we compare that to the static drawdown, we drop that to anywhere between 20 and 35% fail rate. Now, if you add the stress factor of trailing drawdown, plus the fact that you have to beat it twice, once in the eval and once in the funded, odds are really stacked against you. What's crazy to me is if we multiply the odds of passing and the odds of getting a payout, we can see that even if I were to trade at my best, I'd be only getting a payout from 27 to 37% of the time. That's way too low for my liking and not screaming consistency. So I tried thinking of a way to get around this, and what I came up with is I'm going to just try to pass as many evals as I can as quickly as possible. In each funded account, go really high risk, trying to just run away from that trailing drawdown, trying to get a big winning day on the first day and get as far as possible from that trailing drawdown. If I can achieve that and get a big winning day in a couple funded accounts, I then have access to a funded account with static drawdown. That would mean less stress, as every winning trade increases my buffer, and honestly, I think a higher probability of me being profitable. So let's see how this strategy has treated me this week. Sunday night, I lost my Funded Futures expert account. I thought I was trading an eval, but it was the wrong account, and I ended up blowing it because I went in with 3 contracts trying to pass an eval. Pretty unfortunate to lose a funded account like that, but I mean, shit happens, and I just need to pay more attention to the account number when I trade. I then passed my Take Profit Trader eval. Since I needed 5 winning days to pass that one, I ended up flipping contracts for the rest of the week. We then go to Monday. Monday, I lost my Tick Trader account. Since last 2 weeks was rough, I had little drawdown to work with, and I ended up just bleeding the account to the trailing drawdown. On the bright side, I did pass a 50K account with Top Step that day. We then go to Tuesday. Tuesday, I traded only evals, and I failed 2 of my Funded Futures accounts, and I ended up passing another Top Step account. Wednesday, I passed 2 of my Funded Futures new core accounts, and I didn't trade any other accounts that day. Thursday was eventful. I activated both my Top Step accounts. I ended up losing one of them, and I ended up making 3,000 in the other, meaning I have now 1 static drawdown account with Top Step. I also traded the two My Funded Futures funded accounts, failed one of them, and lost 1,000 in the other. But then came Friday, and I ended up making 1,600 in that account. So I'm back at 600 for that account. I also traded my Top Step account that had 3K profits in it and made another $300 in it and securing my second winning day. I also finally got my funded account from Take Profit Trader, which means I was able to trade it. I traded it and I made $800 in that one. I can't go full port in this one because the intraday trailing drawdown is really predatory. And if I go full port, it could go up in my favor, come back down, touch break even, and kill my account. So I wanted to take it slower with that one. I only traded 4 micros on MNQ and held it for around 100 points. So to recap, I spent around $840 US this week and ended up with 1 static funded account with Top Step with $3,000 in it. 1 My Funded Futures funded account with 600 in it, not yet above the trailing drawdown, and 1 Take Profit Trader not yet above the trailing drawdown either at $800. What costs a lot is honestly the Top Step activation fees. It's 150 US, plus it's actually more due to taxes in my area, so it's around 170. Adds up pretty quick. So moving on to next week, I'll be only trading my funded accounts. If I can get a payout, I might trade some evals, but that's it. My Top Step static drawdown account, I'll be trading max of 5 micros on MMQ. I'll be doing the same with Take Profit Trader. And as for my funded futures, it's still not above the trailing drawdown, and I don't want to linger around in trailing drawdown range, so I'll be trading max allocation, which is 1 contract with the core accounts, to see if I can get it above next week. If you guys are wondering what the payout counter is at, it's right here. I did end up getting a My Funded Futures expert account payout from the one I lost Sunday last week, so that's pretty nice. It's no longer at 0. I did make a video on that payout if you guys want to go check that out. But anyways, that's it for me. Let me know in the comments how these August markets are treating you. I know for me, it's definitely better than July. Also, I do have an Instagram that I post to more often. If you want to, you can follow me there, and you can also message me if you want to get more personal. But apart from all that, stay disciplined, stay risk focused, and have a great week, guys.